Hi, I've not seen you guys like all year. Isn't that insane? And it's been a crazy year at that. And I, I, I like know that that's probably not the best thing to start off the first week of 2026 with, but it's been a crazy year so far. And I know this joke's been made a long time, but where have you all year? I, I have such a spooky high school. The sweetest years of our lives. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. Did I double click? We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. That's not how you spell my name. And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the monster prom. I remember clearly 6 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom nights, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our six most charismatic classmates, Miranda Vanderbilt, a sweet mermaid who was as cute as she was genocidal. Damien LeVay, a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Scott Howell, a werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. Liam de Linecourt, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid that he was truly a lovable dork. Polly Geist, 22, a party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. And Vera Oberlin, a mean self-made Gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear it had to be one of them, but who? We only had 6 weeks to choose our prom mates, and even more daunting, we only had 6 weeks to woo them and conquer their hearts. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. I want to get like an actual, like one of those like secret ending things that like you get that it actually counts. I forgot something. Be right back. I truly was like, I have to talk. That's gonna cause some directional issues. I truly was like, I have to go get my water bottle. I have to talk for this. Welcome to the Monster Prom Stupidest Pop Quiz Ever. All minds are rotten, but they are rotten in so many different ways. Worry no more. We're now using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom Stupidest Pop Quiz Ever. Trademark. We'll throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into carrot. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true state. Let's start. Oh no, I have to walk away. Be right back. Okay. I knew that was like a Miranda thing, but like, I gotta say, lacking manners it in some categories is a deal breaker, and laughter matters in other categories is not. But like, it just means you'll never meet my family. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural born leader. You gain +2 charm. I'm gonna switch what I'm listening to. Without meaning to, you find yourselves in a conversation with Polly and Miranda, comparing the apps on your phones. Ooh. Oh, yay, Gladlands is out, but I think I want my whole brain to watch that pilot. So we'll start with where I was at yesterday. Where was I? Where was I in my rewatching of the millionth time? Oh, the curdled web. Wi-Fi keeps going on. Oh, what you got, Mary? What? Oh, what you got, Mary? What you got? Well, I have this game misunderstanding of mobs. I'm not entirely sure how to play, but I keep winning, so that's nice. I've also got a Scepter, which is like Uber, but for search instead of cars. And Spooner, which is like a dating app, but for silverware, you know. I like my apps elegant and majestic. That's pretty cool, but do you have Rap Chat? It turns all your messages into rap, and you can only see them for 8 seconds. Oh, my stats aren't made for you two. Impress us with something rad. Yep. I'm about to fail this interaction. I'm too close to the microphone. I just peeked the microphone. That's annoying. Oh, yay. At least I forgot that my charm's pretty good. I thought that was a 4. Because I didn't look too closely. My head is swimming with the myriad uses of such an app. Our royal zoo has been tigerless ever since all the tigers ran in their underwater cages, which was immediately. We have been looking for a way to replenish our supply ever since. And you know what I say, it's not a real party until there's tigers literally everywhere. Is that so? How many real parties have you been to then, Polly? None yet. Miranda purchases the app and a bunch of raw meat while ordering new cages for her family zoos. Polly asks her if she can borrow a tiger or two for her next party. What could go wrong? You gain +2 to fun, +1 charm. Oh no. I have to like commit to like talking to Miranda just because I don't want to hang out with Miranda for lunch. I want to hang out with Slayer. You find the Slayer sitting alone at a table. Is she even a student or what? Wait, you're choosing to sit with me? For some reason, no one intentionally sits next to me. I usually have... I can never figure out how to do like the nasally voice that I feel like suits this character. For some reason, no one ever intentionally sits next to me. I usually have to ambush them or threaten to kill them. Yeah, the local fry is too popular. I wonder why. Anyway, I'm really happy for you. I mean, I'm flattered that... I actually wouldn't give a shit about you under normal circumstances. But today, I'm on a quest. I need this pop filter. Yeah, that's right. I'm not emotionally vulnerable. I'm just on a quest to slay the werewolf of Wall Street, and I need a monster slayer sidekick. You're going to help me, obviously. I just need to know what class you... Are you a fighter, a mage, a cleric? Out with it. Oh, you're something much better. You're a... Gunhaver. A gunhaver? Is that even a class? Practically everyone has guns. You realize just how many guns you actually have. Holy shit, how can you even carry that many guns? And why are you allowed to have them at school? You have your rad biceps to thank for the former. Your Vermont Truffle's strongest Second Amendment protections for the latter. Okay, well, do you have several bullets? Werewolves are only vulnerable to silver bullets. Man, there isn't a color of bullet you don't have. Well, alright, let's go on an adventure then. You travel to Wall Street where you shoot the werewolf with your guns. Alright then, thank you, and now I'm gonna go ahead and run screaming away from you if that's alright. It totally is. God bless Metropolis. You gain plus for boldness. I don't think I've gotten this. The day an epic dodgeball match takes place, the match is so intense and both teams are so into it that you decide to raise the stakes by betting part of your charm against the other team's leadership. That commitment amazes you and your whole team and their spirit is fluid. Finally, you win plus 2 charge from the other team's. She's now a bit less fabulous. You see Miranda and Vera chatting away, their eyes gleaming the gleam of the scheming. Okay, so this microphone is not forwards. That's good to know. And their eyes gleaming the gleam of scheming. Testing. So it's like, now it's over here. You see Miranda and Vera chatting away, their eyes gleaming the gleam of scheming. Krauts first isn't doing as nearly well as I thought it would. Oh, if it isn't. Would you like to be a customer? Once upon a time, so swirling for the rich and fabulous, like Vera and myself. But now, thanks to our outsource, you too can have your very own crowd-funded serve. The app is being generally funded by the royal family, who wishes for everyone to experience the joys of royalty and get richer off it. I think our business might be failing because the source is simply not of high enough quality to maintain customers. The source need to have. Okay. The source need to have more enthusiasm for their jobs. We need to recruit from the right locations. Don't be absurd. If there's one thing being royalty has taught me, and there's definitely more than one, it's that you can trick anyone into doing anything as long as you give them the right incentives. But why not start with the easily manipulated in the first place, Blair? What do you think? Miranda has a point. Everyone wants to win, host an unpaid labor competition where the prize is doing more unpaid labor. Oh, fudge. The other one wouldn't have gone well either. And that I have confidence with. There you are, you our unpaid labor competition has been completely upstaged by the preparation and industry round. It's almost as if the results of the competition don't even matter anymore. There are even labor competition prep programs starting for middle schoolers. The people running these unpaid labor tutoring programs are making far more than we are. You must be in coops with them. Are they giving you a cut of their profits? You tried it. Okay. That day while rehearsing for the class plays the music, blah blah blah. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad for high school play standards. You gain +2 creativity. You're fucking around on your cell phone when you see a couple of your classmates fucking around on their cell phones too, but louder and with more aggravation. Paulina, this is an institution lane. I'm finding it increasingly difficult. Okay. I simply find abhorrent the amount of money you are funneling into. Okay. Why is it all about? It's all about money. It's all about phone apps right now. Why? When an app advertises free, but then gets you addicted and costs you to end up paying more and more money. -99 money a time. That's just awesome. Exploitative of the weak willed, and I love exploiting the weak willed, but I prefer when you do it with me. What's so special about Tigger anyway that you're blowing all your money on it rather than this? Where to even begin? The premium features are dope. You can design stripes on your Tiger custom. I did this. This is my thing. You can find out whether or not a tiger has super liked your profile and what pictures it's favorited. Don't get me wrong, it's not that I necessarily want to date a little advertiser, but I just want to know if the little advertiser wants to date me, as they should. You must realize how insane that sounds. Why can't I hear myself? Okay. I mean, hearing it out loud, it did sound pretty whack, I guess. Plus, if the tigers get hungry and start eating people, and honestly shocking they haven't done that already, we won't have anyone to rip off, right? Because the tigers will be ripping up their own. Good point. I'll just delete them and get rid of the tigers. There, deleted. And yet, there, tigers. Here, there, tigers. Tigers. Everywhere, tigers. I wonder why that didn't work. Maybe because getting rid of downloadable content was fine. In no way destroys living flesh and being blood creatures in the world. But you know what might actually work? Well, I'm charming, so this might work. This definitely won't. I know this is creativity. Or like smarts. Oh, yeah. Excellent idea, even though there are many areas in which I would not trust the opinion of a mere athlete. Communication with their own is one to which even I must haughtily defer. Yeah, what he said, Coach. You rang my wonderful eagle-eyed educators? Yeah. Someone, we have no idea who someone just made a whole fuck ton. Language, Belina. Sorry, Coach, she means there's an abundance of tiger roaming the. Sorry, Coach, she means there's abundance of tigers roaming around the school. Tigers? Here? Why, how did you know that I was looking to recruit some for my new all-tiger synchronized skating team? We didn't! Except you to be so grateful. All we really want was the satisfaction of Juggle Gold. And also a 10% revenue on all the memorabilia merchandise once the season kicks off. That sounds more than fair. Let's go tell these tigers all about the toys and synchronized skating. But I say those people are weekend. I've never tried teaching tigers how to synchronize skate. Neither have I, but I think plus all the toys that come up with like skating bunions, freezing toes, splitting its toenails, hip knee problems all. I hate talking as you. You don't have a voice that I particularly want to do. Well, not for free because you have to buy equipment and then pay to spend. But you could win trophies. Whoa, did all the tigers sign up? I had no idea that, darling, I had no idea that tigers even cared so deeply for trophies. And you must not pay attention to Coach, obviously. Good thing Blurdos are at least enough to know that Coach is a tiger. Yeah, well, kind of think that. That's not really that much. But it got the dot, +2 phone, +1 bonus. Slater. You sat down to eat to eat lunch with Damien and Lehman. Well, Damien, because Liam's just protect pictures of when suddenly a lovely clad figure drops from the air bent onto your table. It's the Slayer. Lunchtime's over, dirtbags. Time to die. This always happens when we sit together. Your death-based rhetoric is offensive. Don't spoil my food pick. Oh, I'll spoil more than your food pick, Count Stinkula. I'm about to spoil your face. Just his though, right? Both of your faces. Fuck. The Slayer is right between the three. You can't save Liam and Damon, but if you act fast, you might just be able to save one. Our Father, you've done this loads of times. It's not that the prayer has any kind of magical effect on it. He just can't resist cursing. Okay, first of all, he's not our Father. I've got 2 dads, and neither of them is a holy asshole in a stupid cloud palace. And thy kingdom come on. What's that supposed to mean? And are we, praying for the end of the world now? Oh, sure, beg him for your daily bread. What are you, in prison or something? Your omnipotent dad can't spring for better food than bread. What if you got a gluten allergy? Do you still have to eat the daily bread? Why? Ugh, this is ridiculous. Well, Damien continues to raid, Liam stacks a few more artful pictures of the lunch and then carries it to another table. Ahem. Are you done? Almost. I have a whole bit about the multiple papal revisions that are really fucking vicious. Close enough. Eat holy water. You can't eat a liquid. It's... Damien has a hard time forming an argument anymore. Iron clasping with his flesh on fire. He flees the cafeteria and you retreat to sit at Liam's table. Now that he's done taking pictures of his food, he even lets you have some. This has been a real bonding experience. Okay. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you aren't especially good nor inspired. For once, it seems you aren't getting the classic creative burst from the auditorium. But afterwards, we'll talking to classmates. You're having trouble conveying your point in a discussion, and you decide to convey it through music. You start singing it suddenly everyone else joins in a kick-ass musical number. It's so amazing that the people with whom you were arguing totally get your point and change their minds once the song is over. You gain +2 creativity. Sigh. Woe is me. Sigh. Can Miranda possibly be doing this because she wants attention? Only one way to find out. Oh, hello, I didn't see you there as I was standing here suffering gallantly in silence. She did, and she wasn't, but okay. I had the most tragic injustice befall me earlier this morn. I was rejected from our school's water polo team. They claimed I was mistaken about how polo is conducted underwater. Excuse me, but I was raised underwater. How is one even supposed to play water polo without a heavily armored seahorse as a mount? How, I ask you? Perhaps I offended them when I implied they were too impoverished to afford seahorses. Oh, sea steeds. If so, why, I would love to make reparations, but it may be too soon for me to show my face. Would you be so kind as to take them this gift of this omelet to begin the healing? I am told that peasants consider eggs to be delicious. Obviously. And what would make the gesture even better is the person... That's money. Is that charm? That feel... Is this charm? This better be charm. If this is creativity, I'm gonna be so mad. Be charm. Thank you! Oh yes, how better to show that I am truly making an effort to get to know them on the most personal of levels. I shall do their names in beautiful calligraphy, print out their fears in gold leaf, and I shall adorn their compromising nudes with adorable glitter stickers. I may have been misunderstood before, but how could anyone misinterpret this kind gesture? Take the omelet and make sure to take lots of pictures of them eating the eggs, so we can all remember how generous I was. With a kiss on cheek, Miranda hands you an omelet and waves you away. You gain +2 smarts and +1 charm. Money is also useful for her. I remember for other reasons. That day you spent some time on the library's PC managing your start kicker. You deceive lots of people with a sensationalist video about impossible promises. Nice. You gain +100 money, but almost everything goes to cover costs, and you keep only +2 money. Miranda, oblivious to everything that's happened, approaches you weeping. Have you seen the news? The most dreadful thing has happened. I don't want to make a joke, so I'm gonna skip. The Lemurian monarchy has been overthrown. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. This is too current. And this game came out like 10 years ago. I'm kidding. I know it was... No, it was 10 years, huh? Wow. The Lemurian monarchy has been overthrown. King Kraken no longer sits upon the throne of gold and baby skulls. The filthy revolutionaries are saying he stole their daughters and ate their sons and forced everyone to work for free in the Dominion. So he made a few shrewd financial decisions, and that's no reason to expose him. If some innocent kidnapping and slavery was enough to get some presents and uproar, I shudder to think of my own kingdom. Do you think my people might resent being forced to pull the corner of my palace for the foundation? Do you think the 100% income charge and the random cannonballs we fire into the village might be taken as something other than expression of goodwill? Could this plague of civil unrest infect my underling? Oh, perish the thought. I am inconsolable. Console me. How might I safeguard my kingdom against the fate of good King Kraken? Okay, because this is charming, I'm going to click it, but because I don't know what this is like, this might be smarts, but if it's creativity, I'm fucked. No, they don't. Fish hate bellows, which is what makes this the perfect plan. All my royal henchmen spread throughout the kingdom, rubbing everyone's belly inside. A fish's belly's house is the most delicate. They'll be overcome with pain and terror, which will remind them of what unites them all. The ability to be murdered at any time by me. I would never have hit upon this idea without your clever advice. You truly are wise. What I'm saying is that whatever atrocities I now commit are now your responsibility. Whatever. Fish piss you off anyways. You drown your guilt in whiskey and gain +2 bonus and +1 fine. Is Slater here? Slater's not here. Why? You find Liam artfully arranging his food while Miranda diligently sorts her silverware. Neither of them is eating, obviously. Have you found it yet? I'm trying, Liam, but finding the perfect silverware for your cafeteria food pick is an art, not a science. Darling, how hard can it be? It's just silverware. Just silverware? And I suppose the food in your food pick is just food? No, it's a metaphor for... Darling, no, it's a metaphor for urban consumption in a postmodern industrial megacity. Well, my silverware is a metaphor for silverware? Yes! Is that not enough? Darling, it's more than enough, but can we hurry it along? The lighting is perfect right now, and I don't... What? So there's it. You're a bit of a silverware aficionado yourself. Maybe you can speed up this lecture marathon as well simultaneously. Ah, yes, the gloating spoon, the most distinguished of utensils. What, darling, what's a gloating spoon? Well, of course you wouldn't know about it. Rude. No, I wasn't being rude. Rudeness is simply the way one must introduce a gloating spoon. I'm sorry. I didn't know. Well, of course you didn't know. You're not as cultured as I am. Such marks of superiority. I am no match for this spoon. Miranda produces the gloating spoon with much fanfare. It looks much like a regular spoon to you, but then what do you know, you peasant? You convinced Miranda to spend some time with you after lovingly explaining the spoon's finer points, even though spoons don't have finer points. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, you are struck with the lightning of inspiration. You come up with the ultimate nickname for it. Juliet Tavern, also known as one of the most seven most. But the nickname is so awesome. So blah blah blah. Quite the feat. You gain +2 creativity. Yeah, we the devs dare you to actually come up with a nickname for yourself and ask the other players to call you that name by the end of this run. I'm the only other player, so no. Oh, woe is me! Alas, alack a day. Miriam, throwing a hissy fit, must be a Tuesday. Still, what else are you gonna do? Study? Ha! Oh, hello, don't mind me. I'm simply enduring the most horrible injustice to happen to anyone ever. I don't like you, but I don't know what, but I need to get your ending. You should flee. Such cruelty could happen at her own school. But just today, Mrs. the Locknick's mother told me that I shall be receiving a B in her class. B+. And all because I seldom attended. Does she not understand the importance of my daily royal manicures? Such a horrid grade will surely cause father to cease paying for my seahorse insurance as punishment. Then how shall suitors call upon me? Oh, the tragedy. If only someone knew of a way I could, I don't know, perhaps, break into Principal Giant Brother's office to access his private computer and alter my grade? This is a charm thing. Anything that's like a stereotype, it's always a charm thing. That's creativity, but this is true. What a splendid idea. Crying is what I'm third best at. Miranda goes into principal and without missing these bursts into principal? Everything is horrible. This could be because I'm having my monthly merge trouble. Panicked, principal grabs the tissue in each of his 8 arms and shoves the ball at Miranda before fleeing outside. With him gone, you pop out one of the suspiciously large Valley sees Miranda brought in with her and hacked the system in no time. Oh, look at that! I have an A+. I guess I underestimated my own amazements. I'm very surprised by this development. I suppose as long as we're here, I might as well fill it with top secret school security for no reason. That seems on the level. Definitely don't ask any follow-up. You can +3 bonus and be cool. The table you choose is quite crowded. Liam sits across from Miranda, who is flanked by two well-dressed servants. One of the servants gets a side of Salisbury steak and feeds it to the other. Seriously, Miranda, you have servants to choose your food for you? What? Of course not. That would be barbaric. Servants happily swallows the Salisbury steak. I have servants to eat for me. They're called eating serfs. Don't you have any? First of all, I don't need food. Second of all, that totally defeats the purpose of eating. Aren't you worried about starving? Why would I be? My serfs get all the calories I need to stay fit and healthy. Darling, I have no reason to care about this, but suddenly it's all I care about. Someone convince Miranda to stop. You might have a point there, but too long I have needlessly ordered off the cafeteria menu, leaving all my food unhunted, even as I take the most artistic grams. I justified the wastefulness by the intense artistic merits of the photographs, but I need compromise no longer. Finally, I can have my cake and pay someone else to eat it too. Still, Miranda, this makes way less effort for someone who actually needs to eat to survive. Oh, you're just jealous. I'll keep myself. Eat up, little guys. I'm not full yet. Seriously, how does Miranda keep from starving to death? Do they put an IV in her? Well, whatever. She's happy. Gazing dreamily at Miranda when a flash of otherworldly light. Where your vision clears, you see a great rift has opened and... the only person I hate it's the person I hate almost as much as I hate Miranda. It's me, Prince of the Otherworld, and I am here to fulfill an ancient prophecy. A prophecy? How exciting and regal. What sort of prophecy is it? It's a prophecy of love. Oh boy, here it comes. Legends foretell great beauty with the hair of an angel, the scales of a fish, a beauty who I am destined to marry. But that sounds like the perfect description of me. Could it be that I am the great beauty described in the... Well, yes, that's sort of what I was trying to imply. Now come with me to my row where we may plan a magnificent wedding. You can't let him get away with this, but that prophecy side, the only way you can think of is... one of these is charm, one of these is creativity. I don't know which is which. It's true. It's the very hair you now look upon was stolen and grafted from the scalp of Thetis herself. Daddy really does insist on the best hair for all of his children, even if it angers the gods. Ah, well, perhaps the prophecy was speaking metaphorically. And yet, technicalities are the very little things these sorts of prophecies turn upon. Oh, alas! Would at that I could find a princess with less perfect hair. The prince flees through his portal to go trolling for more princesses as Miranda glows with pride. You can plus 2 smart to most controls. And the phone number of her hairstylist. Here's the thing. She's gonna say yes, but I'm not gonna get an ending because of it. That's where we're at right now. You spent some time on the library screen playing some good old gambling. Seems like a stupid and dangerous decision, but who cares? This time it pays off, so fuck it. You gain plus 2 money. You see Miranda at the computer next to you. She's got a look in her face that can only mean one thing. Somebody's been cheating to her on the internet. I think that's the wrong word. The impudence of this so-called internet. My great-uncle Malder got caught eating one child, just one, and now everyone is talking about it as if he is some serial child gobbler. It's not just trolls saying this either. All sorts of monsters are saying the most horrific things. I know what you're thinking, Miranda. Why don't you just buy the whole internet and make them stop saying mean things about your family? And of course, that's what I've been trying to do. There's just one tiny problem. There are plenty of people selling part of the internet, but I have no idea who owns all of it. From whom shall I buy the internet? Hold on, let me check with my royal accountant. Oh my, it seems you are correct after all. I've owned the internet since 2004 when C-Works lost it to my father in a poker game. This is marvelous news. I shall enact some common sense reforms at once. Pretty soon you notice there's something different about the internet. Certain words just won't show up when you post them. Child eater, proletarian, revolter, and nachos for some reason. Also you get the sense that the webcam is watching you, but in a benevolent, friendly way. You thought you were being metaphorical when you told Miranda she owned the internet, but you're not going to complain about being accidentally correct. At least not where your webcam can hear you. You can blame plus 2 smarts and plus 1 charm. Later, still not here. You arrive at your chosen table to find Miranda folding napkins a bit. Do you want to know what this one is for, Vera? No. I'll take that as a yes. The rose-shaped napkins folded is for birthdays between the ages of 16 and 22. Miranda soon moved fast like turning the rose into a gorgeous white swan. By contrast, the swan is folding is for first wedding, third weddings, and swan giveaways. As a fashionista, I have never been so bored by a piece of fabric. Oh, and this black swan folding is for weddings where you plan to brutally murder all of the guests. Not very popular, the black swan folding. Okay, that's sort of cool, but I'm still aggressively uninterested. And you happen to have some napkin folding skills. Maybe you can spice up this interaction. You decide to show off your... Oh, that's adorable. Look at it. It's folding everybody's napkins. It's like a tiny, adorable serf. It looks like it's folding the other napkins into more self-folding napkins. I know, it's so efficient. Go, little napkin serf. Be free. Aren't you worried about this will turn into a self-replicating napkins more progressing geometrical into the world is nothing but napkins? Why, that sounds lovely. God, you're impossible. You seem to have mispronounced impeccable. Whatever. I'm leaving before the napkin folding take over the world. Vera leaves you alone with your for a romantic lunch with Miranda. You can't hang out too long, though. You've got to stop those napkins before they take over the world. Damn, roses aren't a valid currency or stat in this game. Anyway, you check your converter app to see if this could translate some. It seems rose is equal to 2 creative points. Sweet! You gain +2 creativity. Okay, afterwards, you notice Liam, Polly, Miranda saying that you expect this from Liam, but Polly and Miranda, something's up. No, we need something transcendent, something fresh. Liam giving us both back rubs is neither of those things. Ugh, whatever. I don't like your tone. Honestly, darling, I don't know why either you signed up to help me with this intermission program. Principal Giant Spider said I could do this instead of taking math. Academics at the school are a joke. It's awesome. Intermission performance? Polly told me we were coming here for back rubs. Well, you're both, darling. Well, you're both here now. We gotta make the best of it. Let's give that audience the best 13 minutes of their lives. A rousing speech. You have my scepter. You know what? That sounds like fun. Let's do it. So, any ideas? No. How are we gonna do a great performance? That's Mike is driving me insane. No. How are we supposed to do a great performance if we don't even know we're gonna perform? Shouldn't have bought anything. That day you spent some time in the library's PC sending some malicious spam emails in the hopes of stealing other people's money. It doesn't sound very good, but who's really the one to blame if they respond to such a blatant scam? He was negative, which is instead a game, so who cares? And you gain +2 money. Afterwards, a royal procession, 500 members strong, informs you that Miranda has requested you. The restaurant you've chosen is so famous its name is unpronounceable and anyone making less than 60. But with all the assembly armed guards around you, you think it's unwise to refuse. So later that night, this restaurant is remarkably charming for a low-born establishment, guaranteeing the flatware is only platinum, not diamond, and this wine seems significantly less than 1,000 years old. But at least our table is held up by 3 weeping serfs, as it always ought to be. I don't like you. You drive me insane. Croissant, 1 bowl of rubies, and a bottle of actual gold, if you'd be so kind. And my student will have... Wait, pick something before she realizes that you've never been any more friends with it. That's the sweetest thing anyone has ever said to me. Most people in my family simply order the most expensive thing on the menu. It doesn't even have to be edible. In fact, it usually isn't. But you're willing to actually eat food in front of me? I'm charmed. She's so charmed, in fact, that she doesn't notice that you never actually order anything. Score, you gain +2 smarts and +1 fun. She's gonna say yes, but I'm not gonna get like a special ending. Slater! Finally, someone's sane. You're taking a break when someone punches you in the knee. It's Slayer. She's hiding on your table. Eat knee! Break! Now I'm gonna punch your other. Ow! You just threw your apple at her. Finally, a use for that red delicious. You defeated the Slayer. She flees, leaving two. The lid flashes rapidly, getting ready to. It's almost as if you're in some kind of video game. No time to contemplate the nature of this. Print some loot before it's all done. That's boldness. Hey, waste not, want not, right? You hijacked one of the burners and a cup of batch and all. The other students are super excited to eat some beside blank. But and until yeah, blah blah blah. Plus 4 fun. That's not useful at all for this run. Oh my word, what a wonderful, beautiful, exciting day. I hope someone can share in my joy. My great aunt, sea monster, unholy terror, McCracken face, Cthulhu, has just received an award for her work with shipwrecks. She's now one of their leading causes. I want to send her my congratulations, but no one from the post office will go near her lair for fear of their lives. Oh, if only some brave hero would volunteer to deliver this important time-sensitive message. Why is the letter of congratulations so time-sensitive? Well, it's because of, well, you see, is that these are very special with instructions to do something congratulatory for herself, you know. Just get her the letter. There's something fishy about this request, but you never let the talk. You come up with a full proof. This is money, so this should be termed. Bold. Okay, bold's okay. If you want something done right, there's absolutely no way to pawn it off on someone else. Oh. If you want something done right, and there's absolutely no way to pawn it off on someone else, do it yourself. It's probably not so great that this culture leads directly to the heart of the ocean, but it's great for your purposes. You swim all the way to the lair of the great sea monster and holy terror McCracken face, Cthulhu, who must admit looks fantastic for a beast of a certain number of centuries. You give her the letter and crawl back to the toilet before you can find out what she means by stay for dinner. A few days later, you see the fruits de mer of your labor. Thank you so much for getting my letter to Aunt Sea Monster. She said she would act on it immediately. Act on the congratulations that I sent by thanking me, which she did. So it's all over neatly wrapped. Nothing further happened here. Yup, seems entirely glad you slammed down the 4-hour totally above board operation is going on here. She's gonna say yes. I know that much. Prom? Sure. How can I say no to my beautiful accomplice? What do I mean by accomplice? I meant it was clear all this time, right? I stole some eggs from the sea monster, then my source cooked an omelet, and you took pictures of the water polo team eating it. Oh, this might be an ending. I stole some eggs from that sea monster, then my source cooked an omelet, and you took pictures of the water polo team eating it. And remember when we totally stole the addresses of the whole team from Rentable Giant Spider's computer? Such good times. And then it was just a matter of delivering the pictures and the addresses to the sea monster, who by my calculations will be hunting down all those unplayed presents down. They reject me, and I'm sure it always has been clear that you do not reject Miranda Vanderbilt. So in a way, it was sort of all of them, right? It has been so sweet of you, my charming knight in shining armor. Damn. You feel a bit bad, both for being an accomplice to multiple manslaughters and for feeling weirdly aroused by Miranda's ruthlessness. But love is blind, so a date it is. You have a delightful evening, and in the end, isn't that what counts, isn't it? By the end, Miranda even invites you back to her house to show you the corpses of the water polo team, which she has stolen from their funerals. You're still troubled by the fact that it cites you, but obviously Miranda isn't troubled about being incited by a successful, merciless vendetta. So you end up celebrating your victory and feasting over what's left of her enemies. Oh, yay! Okay. Whoops. Those 6 weeks were maybe the most epic, absurd weeks of our lives. After the monster prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. You know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. The Slayer kept on harassing Liam and Damien. On one hot summer night, they ended up having the weirdest threesome ever. It was a life-changing experience for all of them, but they don't talk about it much. Miranda used her vast knowledge of search to get a job handpicking the best search for other people. Unsurprisingly, she ended up leaving her search to do the work. Scott became an athlete not so long ago. He won a prestigious national award for being the best at doing sports. For those 6 weeks, months, Brian seemed larger than, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in the war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. My favorite thing about this is I didn't hear sound that entire game, and that feels like something's wrong. But like it, apparently my desktop has like stuff happening, so who knows. Anyways, bye. Thanks for watching.